Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to page 3 of Meenahbound. I anticipate that this page is going to take quite a while, as the previous pages have, and it's time to explore some memories and meet some more trolls. First up is Rufio. We saw him at the previous pause screen. You got some fetus spawn cards? Gotta hatch them all. I see. I guess Rufio must play those just like Tavros does. His advice you would follow if you want way too many fiddle spawn crawling around. For safety reasons, the manufacturer recommends you only hatch some. Yes, don't hatch all of the Pokemon. Alright, Rufio. I take it. Talk to Rufio. Hey, I even got the spelling right! Yes. Yeah, we found out Rufio was a real person a couple pages ago, and I took a couple guesses at what his name was spelled like, and I got it! Got it in 3. It took me 3 tries, but I got it on the 3rd try. What's up, Deetram? Hey, doll, you were gone a crazy long time. Good to have you back, though. Yo, that bomb stunt you pulled was some crazy shit. Thought you were hatching a sweet fiddle spawn with that thing, to be honest. Wasn't no thing. Don't sell yourself short. I don't think I could have done that. You're pretty gangster, PXs. I kind of wish I could do a Rufio impression, but I really can't. Yeah, I know. Hey, let's stop talking about how bad bass I am for a minute and talk about you. Want to ask you something? Want to ask you things? Bad bass. I like that pun. Good pun. Shoot, doll. Those wings. You were hatched with them, right? Or I guess pulpated them when you hit puberty? Puberty? Oh yeah, that's right. I'm a mutant. Don't tell Cankry that I said that. He's my boy, but you know how he's not down with lingo like that? Lingo like, you know, regular words? Yeah. Yeah, that's Cankry, alright. Ugh. Don't even say it. He'll, like, teleport into our conversation with ghost magic just to shoo you. If you can figure out the source of Rufio's quirk, I will be hella impressed. Oh yeah. Yeah, he does that to you too, huh? It's some crazy shit. Okay, so you always had wings then? Then I guess you aren't secretly a god tier, or... Nah, might have been cool to go full-on rogue. Hey, maybe you could have given me, like, stealing pointers? What, as a thief and all? Oh, so he was the rogue of something or other. Breath, maybe? I don't know. But nah, I don't think I could have gone through with that. Not intentionally, I mean. What? Why not? I don't know, killing yourself, that's a heavy thing to do. I'm not like Mina. I'm not like you, Mina. I don't think anyone is. Well, maybe Damara is, kinda, but maybe we shouldn't go into that. Let unhatched fiddle spawn lie, you know. What is up with their history? I'm very eager to see what their history is. Excuse me. Between Mina and Damara. What I'm saying is, you got game. I can dig that. I was never as brave as people always thought. I don't know why they always thought that about me. Maybe it's my wings or my mohawk, or when I shout bangarang sometimes real loud. Makes it seem like I'm the shit. Big self-esteem. When my self-esteem is nothing really to crawl about. I don't know. Well, he types with ones, so there's that. For the quirk. Alright, so you never got tiered, but I still don't get something. Didn't you have a totally fucking stupid robot body at one point, or did I just imagine that? The whole period of time in our session was real foggy to me, I guess, because I was dead for a while there. Maybe I got the ghost madness? Could swear you were a metal horse, though. What? What? Yeah. What? Nah, the robot body was definitely a thing. Kind of blocked that out of my memory, too. That was, That shit was something else, yo. Crazy. I'm intrigued. Sure you remember how all that started, back when Damar and I were still dating? Ring any bells? Yeah? Fucking Megiddo. Do we really need to rehash that ancient bullshit drama? Bull. Whoa, wait. Why don't you ever do bull puns? Hashtag fail. No. Just saying is all. It was that whole thing. Anyway, that's when Horace was kind of macking on me, remember? I wasn't all about to facilitate him and her, because I knew how she was. So jealous. So fucking crazy. Oh. So, Horace, who is presumably Equus's ancestor, gave him a horse body. Well, she made me a cripple, remember? Oh dear. Tag that shit, homie. Abelonianism. Damn, yeah. I mean, she busted me up. Couldn't move a muscle. Well, I could still flap my wings well enough. Really, I thought it would be airtight. It'd be alright, just flapping wings around. I could still fly and just hang there, limp. Might have been a dope look. But nah, Horace thought better of it, built me the Robobod, which was pretty tight. Like, literally, screwed that shit together tight. Dude, it's good. Oh, so it was like an exoskeleton? Ugh. Lost my wings, though, which sucked, and kind of awkward just having a real guy's head on top of a big metal body and making all these damn legs move at the right way. You know, trying is hard work, yo. Especially on stairs. What? These trolls had a weird session, man. We thought the usual pack of trolls had a weird session. Better than being a cripple, though. I mean, a quadriplegic. Oops. I guess you didn't know what happened after that, since you and Damar were killing each other and all? What? No. Equus also wanted to give Tavros a centaur body at one point, but his lobby went tragically disregarded. I remember that. Looks like in this session, the horseman got his wish. Well, I died, yeah, but that's like a long story. Guess you never heard. I'll tell you some other time. It's this whole crazy thing, but I was dead, right? And Horace kissed me back to life. And just my head, I think. He was probably standing on some mountain striking a pose like a fucking gangster. Probably fighting a hoof beast with a flaming mane and all. Hope somebody painted that shit. Instant masterpiece. We have yet another weird random reference to that bizarre painting that Hussey owns for some reason of a linebacker, you know, charging at a flaming black horse. This comic, I don't even know sometimes. Like, sometimes you just have to take a step back from Homestuck and go, I don't even know. So yeah, next you saw me, I was in a normal body again. It's cool of him to help me all the ways he has. Yeah, we went out, me and him, for a long time after that. Kinda off and on, even after we died. In case you were gonna ask. I wasn't, but okay. Yeah. Too much information, I guess? Sorry, doll. I always wanted to thank you for standing up for me. You know, when she crippled me, even though it cost you. That was pure ass Piexus. I'll never forget it. Man, I wouldn't have had to if you could just stand up for yourself sometimes. I mean, being paralyzed, notwithstanding. Not fish standing. Fish standing? Okay. Yeah, I guess. You're the only guy in our group who was ever even close to being pretty cool. Everybody else sucks, but you were almost alright. You're always such a pushover, though. Pretty lame, bro. Trigger warning, cripple entendre. Suck it. Oh, God. Okay. Excuse me, Mina. Lame is enabled to slur, which in this context is really inappropriate. Taking your jokes with ironic trigger warnings really does not excuse this behavior. I thank you to refrain from using such terms in the future. Also, when walking, be careful not to flaunt the health of your legs. Oh. Probably shouldn't even ask this, since you're not as brave as people make you out to be. I mean, make you out to be? Wait, what did I say? Never mind. But would you want to come away with me to... Whoa, man, not you too. What? It's fine, it's alright. It's alright that you dig me, I'm flattered. You were just the last person who hasn't hit on me yet. And I kinda dug that about you, you know? I wasn't asking you out, dope. Oh, wow. Shit. Sorry, I got the wrong idea. Just kind of a reflex doll, you know? Everyone hits on me all the time. I don't know why. Shit's crazy. Is Hussey just, like, sucking up to... you know, Dante Bosco now? What is this? As a tourist who dislikes Tavros, I'm glad Rufio exists. He's cool. He is cool. Just the other day, get this, some orange dude in a green shirt jumped out of some bushes and tried to kiss me. I'm like, what? Step off, jolly man. Just quoting the original Rufio. Nice. Maybe it's because you're a bushy-ass goober fucker with a kicking hawk? Yo, that's cool of you to say. You've got kind of this audacious bijojo thing going on yourself, girl. Your style rocks. I always thought you looked pretty slamming. I could give you Mohawk dyeing tips. You rock the shit out of that look. For what it's worth, I would be your moe dearie waifu on the beat of a pump biscuit? What the? Where did this conversation go all of a sudden? If I was remotely attracted to you, or found your personality more appealing. And also if I shared your dumb passion for troll anime and didn't think it clogged massive blowhole. Haha, bangarang! That's a scenario I'd be alright with. No one really to talk to anymore about my stories, yo. Since things got so chilly with my ex. Damn witch. Was Damara a witch? That's surprising. Seriously, she crazy. So what were you going to ask me, if not on a date? If not, what brand of Mohawk dye I use? Never mind. You're not even going to agree anyway, because this team sucks. Later, Roof. Hell shit, you want to be me? Okay, that's pretty dope, I guess. But can it wait? My Ulysses is missing again, and I can't think straight without him. He's my happy thought. I hope Damara didn't do something with him. She likes to fuck with me sometimes by stashing the little guy someplace. She's bonkers. Alright, what's this? It's a happy-looking host plush. It won't be so happy anymore if you hatch a fiddle spawn egg near it. Maybe you'll be able to find some eggs in this area if you keep searching. Then the real fun can begin. You start humming the fiddle spawn theme song. Da-da-da. I assume it goes the same as the Pokemon theme song. You got a busted robot head. There's a rumor going around about that once, although through an elaborate courtship process, Horace sent Rufio a robotic duplicate of himself to spar with, piece by piece. The last part he sent was supposedly the head. It's almost certainly a myth. Horace is a pretty strange dude, but he wouldn't be a total lunatic to do something like that. That anecdote strains plausibility. Again, with the weird connection between Dirk and the horse trolls. Okay, where to next? Somewhere Boondalla. Holla holla Boondalla. A little while ago you would have been pumped to score this dough, but now it's just pocket change to you. You sneer with contempt at the pitiable sum of money and let it slip through your fingers to the forest below. Let the beggars and peasants scrounge for it, you say? Hey, there's Damara. You got fiddle spawn eggs. You can use one of these on the host plush back there. It honestly sounds like a childish waste of time, but little do you know that fiddle spawn's key demographic is your age group. You're the sucker fish, it's you. I think I will do that, in fact. That sounds amusing. Examine the bubble. This bubble contains Damara's memory of a huge quartz obstacle. Oh. Only she can remove it. Stinking witch. She never makes it easy, does she? Interesting. What's this other one? Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing here. Click the map link below the game for hot tips. I don't think that's necessary just yet. She's right there, talk to her. I'm gonna do the spawn oh, fine. I wanted to hatch the Pokemon. What's that sound? You listen closely to the chest. You hear something flapping around in there. This thing looks airtight. Whatever's in there might run out of ghost oxygen soon. Alas, this chest appears to have an extremely complicated lock. There's no way you can open it. You'll need to find someone who's handy with gadgets. Peridot? Who's handy with gadgets? Okay. So, yes, there was a kitty cameo just now. Megiddo! Here we are again. I guess. Please tell me this reunion is as awkward for you as it is for me. Take that as a yes. Not gonna say nothing, huh? Just going to stand there and leave me wriggling on the hook during this frosty silence? Come on, you nutty bitch, at least do something to break the ice. Okay. Thank you! Hey, you didn't by any chance kidnap Matron's Lucius, did you? Or steal all his dorky fiddlespawn loot? Thought we were past this? Don't tell me you're still tormenting that guy even after eternity. Okay. And she speaks Japanese. Man, I wish I could still read Japanese. I used to be able to read it okay, but that was a while ago. Do what to myself twice when I double what exactly? God damn, your weird accent is thick as ever. Something no. She looks mad. What? Did you just tell me to bite something, or... Screw it, I give up. Language barrier be a fucking mother glubber. So, hey, so guess what? I'm building an army to kill Lord... Shell. AKA Sealol. Like you could give a fuck about saving reality and or be a huge backstabbing liability out there. Well... But just for shits and cuddles, been sort of wondering, back when we kind of ruined each other's shit, because of that whole cycle of revenge deal, and ended up dying in god-tiering and all that, remember that? Good times? Alright, not sure I followed that, but I'll assume it was some weird skanky sass. But what I want to know is, after the fight, did I hurt you bad enough that you maybe crawled off and died somewhere? Like in a quest cocoon? Or you maybe all bloodied up from all those forkins? And then maybe along came a friend with a maddening ability to hold a grudge against you for the ways you fucked them over. Maybe trod along in his new robo-horse body and scooped your bloody torso up on his back. Galloped off to your cocoon and draped you on the slab while probably not having the nerve to finish you off. This ringing any bells? Eh? That'd be a no then, I suppose. Matsuki, if you're a god tier, you inscrutable fishwife. Holy mackerel, getting info out of you is like prying a pearl from a slutty murderous clam. Okay. Yeah, I know clams don't make pearls. Look, I just misspoke. It was a hasty burn, okay? Don't be calling out my authority on the ocean, D-Mag. You know I got all watery junk on lock. Who do you think you're trying to pile up with that amateur noise? Oh my god, I can't understand you. Chill out and do what with you? Going to ask you again as simple as I can. Megiddo, are you a magic immortal time fairy witch? Witch secret? With secret butterfly wings, yes or no? Damara, if horrible conversations were a video game, you would truly be last boss. Now where the frucks are Anya and her little windbag stand? Let's just get this jam over with already. Troll Japanese. Overusing Anata. Yeah, she does overuse Anata. Which is actually actually rude. That is one thing I remember from Japanese, is that, like, saying Anata a lot is very rude, which seems to be in character. So, that's not a mistake so much as just her being in character. She's probably not gonna let me be me. Huh? Does Google Translate Japanese? Well, that too. Yeah, no idea what you said. Guess someone who speaks your gibberish needs to ask. Okay, so that'd be Rufio then, since he is the otaku. Also an otaku guy. Hey, here's Horace. Your harness? I mean, heinous? Highness, I mean? What's with that helmet? Like, are you... It's like, are you a fighter pilot? Are you an early 20th century fighter pilot? What's with that? Are you a welder? What's up with this? Okay. I love seeing just the tail in front of the camera. Fiddlesticks, please pardon my utterly inexorable language and unforgivable stammering, your hoarseness. I'm a bale of nerves in your royal presence, and it has been so long. And when I'm so spooked, you must know that it causes me to even more firmly identify with the majestic hoof beast. Hey, Horace, what? What the fuck is that thing you're prefixing all of your talking with? All this? What, you don't recognize it? It's a dick. No, and it's weirding me out. Why, it's my smiling face, you silly. Not really superior person. You, goggles and all, can't you see? I guess? It's disturbing as heck for me for whatever reason. The last thing I desire is to disconcert your prodigal empress. Like I actually have seen old people, like, do that, where it's like, and now Steam chat, and now Twitch chat is full of dicks. Which is perhaps not surprising. It's like you just, like, look it up, you'll find, like, text fails. It's like, Mom, what do you think that emoticon means? It's a smiley face. It's like, those are the eyes, that's the big nose, and that's the smiley face. I just thought I would try smiling permanently and uncompromisingly, rather than resorting to all those disgruntled expressions I usually trot out. Interesting. Why the F would you want to do that? It was on Malin's suggestion, actually. Huh? Oh, I guess you must not have heard. She and I have developed quite a strong and stable moral allegiance recently. Dang. Disclaimer, less impressed than I sound. That matchup makes no glubbin' sense, dude. Well, it worked for Nepeta and Equus. Exactly. Who would have thought? If you ask me, before we all die, whether I would consider romantically pairing with a ridiculous mid-blood, let alone Miss Lejeune of all people, I probably would have died regardless due to laughter-induced asphyxiation. If you're gonna go out with a smile. Ugh. Had to put it that way, huh? Those had to be the exact words that you used. But do you know who it was that finally cleared the sweet steam-induced fog from my goggles? It was meeting our post-scratch counterparts, the ancestors, or shall I say, dress-age censors. Actually, I like the ancestors because it's nice, like. See, that is great because it's like it's ancestors and descendants, the ancestors. It's perfect. Seeing our corresponding young Alternians, Wyatt threatened to produce a tear-induced flood in the inside of my goggles, which naturally I would drain right away through the custom sweat valves. The relationship, in spite of the strong class disparity, I found to be so moving, so pure. It made me reconsider my perspective on Roland entirely, who honestly I'd hardly ever given a second thought. It's funny, don't you think, how our young ancestors took to completely different social configurations, making for some rather odd pairings, both platonic and otherwise, a whole host of counterintuitive minglings, up and down the emo spectrum, no regard for class compatibility. It all seemed to make a strange amount of sense. Nay, I might go so far as saying it's all oddly titillating. Or, no, perhaps what I mean is some of their Alternian indiscretions feel a bit, I don't know, naughty? This guy is exactly as weird as Equus, but it's like a more sophisticated kind of weird. I love it. Oh, phooey. That's not what I mean either. Pardon my potty mouth. Now, you'll probably mistake me for some kind of rascally deviant. And why else still act like you give a heap of manure about dating down on the spectrum? You and Neutron been a thing for how long now? Ah, yes, but no one was supposed to know about that. That was always to be my own private, exploration. I had no intention of creating such a stirrup. Though I've literally smithed such items before, pun notwithstanding. Yes, smithed stirrups. That's funny. It was only to be a very private, fleeting dalliance with a buoy, but the whole thing became so quickly scandalized. A spur of the moment affair, really. This guy likes his horse puns almost as much as Mina likes her fish puns. And soon others were whisked into it, such as you and the vengeful Rustblood, and, well, imagine my embarrassment. Trust me, the last thing I wanted was for royalty such as yourself to know I was pursuing forbidden blood, to be caught with my hoof in the chocolate jar, so to nicker. Ew. And I suppose I would have clapped my hands of the matter after the big kerfuffle, but guess I didn't expect to fall in love. Aw. Me was just like, what? The Ancestors was first suggested by porn, but I missed those things. Oh, oops. Oh well. It's true. I'm not ashamed to say it. I fell mane over hooves. Phantom snapped over phantom hindquarters. He stole my breath away. Could you stop alluding to that, please? And with a roguish glance. Wow, life story alert. Do not care. My apologies, Your Excellency. Just tell me why paling up with Miu means you have to make that horrible face now. She's taught me to get in touch with my anger through a moderately discernible series of enthusiastic... Excuse me. Through a moderately discernible series of enthusiastic minds, she has made it clear that it is much healthier to crush all negative emotions beneath a stampede of positivity, and to always be cheerful and upbeat no matter what, even if projecting that facade is at sometimes physically painful, such as all times. Oh, that's... okay. So this is the unsmile then? Jesus. That is some shit sauce advice, and you should give it up, Holmes. Yes, very well. Is this better? Much. Respectfully, your superlative magnificency, I do not think that would be advisable. Oh, shocker of the century. Horse pun, this girl on fire. Centauri? Yeah, not century. Century? I get it. Of course I will if you order me to, without hesitation, but lately I've been attempting to canter down a trail of non-violence. I've been saddled for so long with anger and hostility, and now my focus is on solving problems in ways that do not involve confrontation or physical strength. Soon I may even be able to say strength without shouting. Technology can solve so many problems. For instance, do you have any idea how much energy is stored in sweat which can be released through its steam? Have you any clue as to the might of a quadrupedal automaton powered by raging currents of steam coursing through its exquisite horizontal torso, and finally jutting through a perfect pair of metal nostrils? I can build as many as you like, my Empress. No thank you. I will pass on taking an army of snorting horror spots with me, unless you build those suckers out of gold. So that's all you do, is build stupid shit that runs on your sweat now? Because I could really use a guy with muscle. I don't know if you've seen this skull guy dude, but he is ripped. Kinda hot, actually. I mean, maybe if you're into that, the skull kind of ruins it for me. Oh no, that's far from my only preoccupation. I've also taken some time to perfect the art of humor. Would you like to hear a joke? Oh, this should be interesting. Oh noes. Fine. A horse trots into a thirst shanty, his muscular shoulders slouched, his noble head hanging low. The dairy jerk observes that the great beast is clearly despondent and asks, "Why the long face?" Okay. Zach, goddammit, I am royally ordering you to stop doing that face forever. At once, my lady. My formerly perky vision's withdrawals, while my fully erect posture shrivels at your regal disapproval. I shall henceforth... face. I shall henceforth emote in my customary manner, as such. Respect. Bring me a horse, and I am yours forever. This again? What's up here? Dutton Bubble Goggles? You can see into infinity for eternity. Just the way Charles Dutton would have wanted it. Oh, hello. It's Matuna! Oh, looks like he's all tuckered out under the brain tree. The chest appears to be extremely complicated. Someone who's handy with gadgets. That would be, Horace, I suppose. So I need to be Horace to get those things. Okay. I think I see... Where is it going? Oh, here we go. So give this horse to... What an utterly magnificent specimen. Specimen? I just made a fish pun, just subconsciously. What an utterly magnificent specimen. But if you train the Horsapony hard enough, one day he may become Horsaprony, by which I mean he will grow slightly bigger and gain no measurable advantages in combat. You will, however, be required to feed him more. Alright, so now we do this. You did it. You brought me a fine young stallion. What a beautiful gesture of friendship. I am so fudging happy, you have no idea. Whoops, so happy I became loose with foul language. I forgot I wasn't supposed to make that face anymore. You are, of course, free to be me whenever you wish, my lady. Seriously, Finda, what the shell is wrong with you? I don't know. I've been asking that question for a long time. Be Horace. Sure. Let's see. You got a priceless work of fine art, which appears to be a horse dick. Spend a few minutes solemnly contemplating the artistic merits of this splendid classical sculpture. I think the pixelation missed. Wait, no. Hang on, don't move. The pixelation is missing its mark. Almost there. Damn it, still not quite right. Okay, hold your horses. Ah. There it is. Okay, that expression is fucking adorable. Like, we need this emote for, like, the... Hussey actually owns that horse dildo, apparently. And that was a piece of information I did not need to know, according to chat. I don't know, somehow that doesn't surprise me. Remember to talk to Mina again? Ah, yes. Perfect! Crisis averted. That was a close call. You very nearly caught a glimpse of a horse penis and began to cry. Elves are very quick to recognize lewdness. And I can examine my horse. Look at my horse. My horse is amazing. Give it a lick. It tastes just like raisins. With a stroke of its mane, it turns into a cane, and then it turns back again when you tug on its winky. Has anyone else seen that video? I love that video. Dear sweet, beautiful, dear precious, sweet, sweet, dear sweet horse pony, or sea pony, nay. How's that? Serious question. Yes, my peerless exalted eminency. When did you decide you were a horse? God damn it. Hold up there, Mina. The question you just asked was in fact a severe microtransaction against those who are stricken with deeply blighted feelings of species dysphoria. Your question was innocent enough, so I am not about to go down the perilous reed of trigger shaming, but Mina, my goodness, what you just said was catastrophically triggering. Poor Horace here will likely feel triggered for weeks because of your thoughtless question. Hell, even I'm feeling a little triggered by it, and I'm not even under the impression I'm a horse. I think everyone within earshot was triggered by that. You feel triggered, right, Horace? I can't believe this guy. Oh man, did I say microtransaction? Microtransactions are worse than microaggressions. I mean, I think that goes without saying. Trigger sounds like a wonderful name for a horse beast, for a hoof beast. See, totally triggered. Now let's let the healing begin. Son. Mina, this belief that he is actually a majestic hoof beast is not characterized by choice. In fact, it is not even a belief; it is a fact, which we must strive to respect as factual in no small part due to his hypersensitive feelings about tailoring factual reality around people's critical feelings is a cornerstone of problematics, and failure to do so can result in the release of devastating payloads of correctional words deployed to educate, heal, and rhetorically overwhelm. What you asked, what did you mean when you decide you were a horse, you imply that he made a choice to craft this feature of his identity as opposed to listening carefully to the fauna within, heeding the call of the long, ghostly snout of his body has tragically denied him, whilst feeling the subtle tingling of his phantom horsey posterior. So too, friend, your wisdom truly transcends your degenerate, mildly nauseating mutant blood. Thank you. You know how I hate to derail conversations, but I think this occasion calls for a thorough, unrelenting education on the topic. And now I shall begin my crushing harangue on this delicate subject as thusly. Okay, thank God, it's shit I can skip. Sneak away. Blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, yes. Angry. Hey, you got Rufio's Lucius. Perfect. This poor guy is gasping for breath. Who could have locked him in here? Who would be so cruel? You glance at Damara suspiciously. She doesn't bother to look at you and takes another drag. Oh, hello, Damara. I heard you were having a mechanical issue with your chest over there. Mind if I take a look? Blah, 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 blah. I think you said yes? Sorry, I really struggle with your coarse, low-blooded accent. Didn't quite understand that either. Something about milk? Served to you in a particular way? Yes, if you would like some milk, I can bring you some later. I'll just need to equip my steam-powered de-strengthening glove so that I may hand you the glass without shattering it. I really need to finish my universal translation device so we can have a more coherent conversation. It's just so difficult to get the circuitry to function correctly when one insists on relying on steam power. You want me to bring you... You want me to bring your what to what exactly? With what? With my what? Sure. Do what with your schoolgirl uniform? I wouldn't want to do anything to ruin it. It's quite nice. But perhaps I could craft a robotic avatar for you, emulating your fashion choices. Actually, if I did that, I could install a more sensible speech algorithm so I could understand you for a change. No robot body for me. Cough. Damara, forgive me if I'm leaping to conclusions, but has the nature of your cryptic remarks been leaning, well, a little blue? What the... Oh dear. Hey man! Oh, still making that face, I see. Yes, I really enjoy making this face. It really helps remind me through persistent facial discomfort that appearing to be happy should always be one's top priority. Why, you don't find it displeasing, do you? No, it's, yeah, it's alright, Horace. The look is really, something else. Wow. Really, I should stop making the face. Mina recently ordered me to stop making it in her presence, and I, of course, instantly complied. I would just as readily do the same for someone as important to me as you. That's cool, but yeah, that's fine. Really, I can dig the look, I guess. Just do whatever you're feeling with it. Except for maybe pointing it at me so much. Rufio, your effable malleability continues to be your finest quality. It is the jewel in your mohawk, a true diamond in the roof. You always were the ideal embodiment of your aspect, as pleasantly wayward and fickle as the breeze itself. The rogue of breath, interesting. Yeah, thanks. I should probably try to work on that, though. Of course, we always strive to hone our craft, ever pounding at the iron to make the shoe a perfect shape. I know well how much work it takes. No, I didn't mean be more like that. I mean, sorry to interrupt. Go ahead. My path was similarly governed by my aspect. For the longest time, I felt as if I was a blank sheet of paper, like I had to make myself out of nothing. And so I began to listen closely to the void within myself and corral the various personal attributes I heard calling to me. Much like assembling a complete machine, I began to piece together a strong identity, which of course included discovering a passion for mechanics itself. And needless to say, I also galloped out of the void in my soul was the realization that I am obviously a noble hoof beast. Through my physical appearance cruelly betrays this fact. Hey, Horace, I think we need to talk. I mean, when you get a minute? And in following sweeps, I would keep turning my mechanically augmented acute equine ear back to the abyss within, and continue to discover more about myself. I would learn that I was more complicated than I ever imagined, more complicated than any mortal mind could understand a person to be. Knowing myself to be hoof-beast kin was only grazing the surface of the pasture, merely skimming the cream from the top of the milk. I was so much more. I think maybe we should, like, see other... Turns out my body was merely the host to a largely integrated system of identities. Entities of any sort you can name, biological or mechanical, sentient or non-sentient, physical or metaphysical. My inner field of experience is shared by the souls of ancient, legendary muscle beasts, a range of devices such as high-foot appliances, a number of cosmetic features such as planets, star systems, even several universes, and a variety of abstract concepts which sentient beings have not let form the language to express. Okay. I mean, there's being full of yourself, and then there's saying that there's a universe inside of yourself. That's... it's pretty crazy. Like, don't get me wrong, we both had some good times together. It's been great, really. But maybe it's time to, I don't know... As much as I learned about myself, I could never find a way to become whole. The void was never filled until you came along, Rufio. Wow, man, that's... Wow. Yeah, just wow. If there's any lesson I would like people to take from my story, it's the lesson is a multiple system consisting of two distinct lessons. The first is how love heals all wounds, even ones consisting of the infinite essence of void permeating your entire existence and role as a legendary hero. The second is of how you faced with any crisis of identity whatsoever. It's really important to do your best to manufacture esoteric features of your personality and believe them very strongly and tell people about those things as frequently as possible. There's a universe in all of us. Would that imply that our universe is within someone, and if so, who? Kevin Bacon, probably? I can assure you right now, the labor involved in smithing my personality into one that is interesting and complicated is rather intensive. I really worked up a good sweat in the process. That is the sweat dripping from my face. Hey, yo, that's some freaky shit, dog. Anyway, I apologize for talking so much. You know how you have a way of drawing the breath out of people? What were you trying to tell me? Oh, yeah. Never mind. Good grief. Give Rufio's Lucius. Ah, shit, you found him. Thank you so much. I was so worried, but now he's back. So are my happy thoughts. Got all kinds of confidence now. You want to be me? My self-esteem can totally accommodate that, yo. Yep. Can't really walk past here, if there's anything back there to see. Either his music is very quiet, or he just doesn't have any. Okay, there it is. It's just very quiet. Rufio's music is a lot quieter than anyone else's. Following is hard work. Yeah, I cranked it up for myself, but I'm going to leave it where it's at for the stream. Sweet, beautiful dear, precious, sweet, sweet, sweet dear horse pony. Horsey pony. Damn, thank God I got my Lucius back. Don't know what I'd do without the little guy. Is he even, real? You know, like the ghost of your actual Lucius, or... know what? Not sure, doll. He could just be a memory figment or something like that. Or maybe he's really his ghost. When Tamara accidentally dropped a hunker truck on him way back, crushed his little body, I always dreamed I might meet up with him again in the afterlife. So when I found him there, I guess I didn't think about it much. I was just happy to see him. He is my happy thought after all. Can't really bring myself to do much without him. Like fly, fight, crow, you know, the basics. Truth. I remember when I was young, I was just a little runt out there trying to make it in the world. People would look at me funny because my wings were grown in, and that really freaked people out, yo. So I got way self-conscious and didn't feel at home out there, with everybody eyeing me up like that. So one night my Lucius led me into the woods. I found this whole baller village of fucking tree houses and rope ladders, and I was like, damn! Shout the bangarang so loud you don't even know. That's when I became an official member of the Lost Weeaboos. Hey, okay, so can we not actually talk about the Lost Weeaboos? Oh god, yeah, let's please not. Can we just not? Can that just not be a conversation we have? Listen, your story is cool, but there's some junk that is just so stilly I can't even try to abide. Yeah, I guess. But anyway, they were my boys. Better posse you couldn't hope to chill with. Kick the shit on troll anime, all that. No, for God's sake, no. First bumped into Damara out there. Crazy times. I think those were formative sweeps for me. Learned to love a lot of things I still do to this day. Between you and me, I missed the days I could just jam with her about troll anime. But now you know how it is. Why do you stinking nerds insist on calling it troll anime? I gotta ask. Don't you realize prefacing anything with troll inside the context of troll culture is redundant as fuck? Why don't you just call them cartoons? Yeah, I dig that. Never thought about that. Huh. Deep. It's okay. I guess that's the stuff I like isn't for everyone. People say it's just for regulars. I kind of assumed one day I'd grow out of it. I guess I never did. Then again, we all died, and now we really are all young forever. Just like the prophecy of the Lost Weeaboo said. Whoa, spooky. I always thought that was a load of BS. Yep, so you just lost Weeaboos again. You just said lost Weeaboos again, thus failing the conversation. In the immortal hand-gestured words of the late great Molinhot of Lijon, I am so done. I think I forgot to talk to Horace again. Yo, Horace, my gangster, how you feel? Can I get a way gentle fist bump from my boy? Yeah, just like that. Fuck yes. Actually, that still kind of hurt. Anyway, I've been meaning to ask you about something pretty important. About us in the future and all that. You got a minute? Okay, cool. So, damn, where do I even start? You know we've had nothing but good times together. It's been the bomb. Well, maybe not everything. Shit got dicey at the start. My crazy ex, and yeah, that's not the point. Remember the way you used to be before you all started being interested in me? Man, I thought I sucked. Just another lowbred, not worth your time. You were so pissed at people like me and Damara. So angry. Damn. Shit was scary. Damara, she used to be nice as can be. Don't know what happened there. Talk about a personality switch for both of you. Then for some reason, I guess you wanted to reach out to me? I mean, in secret. I know you didn't want to be all shamed out of your highbrow CIP club. I could always dig that, you understand, you know? So you came to my woods, never told anybody, we hung out. That meant a lot to me. I want you to know that. People always had crazy ideas about me. Like I was this brave adventure guy all up in this forest being a badass and shit. People they always wanted to be with me, or maybe even wanted to be me. It was all kind of whack. Even Damara, when we were going out, didn't really get me, I think. She put me on a pedestal, I mean back before she snapped. But you saw me for who I was, which was not a perfect guy. Like I wasn't really sure about myself, you saw that, so it actually helped me. When we were in the woods together, you taught me to fight, taught me to fly, taught me to crow. Well, not literally. I mean, I knew how to do those things. I knew technically how to flap my wings and fly through the air. I knew how to say bang-rang all loud if I really wanted to. And that was the thing. I was scared. I was scared of flying and falling, and scared of fighting and falling, I was scared of crowing and sounding like a fucking idiot, I guess. Oh. But you helped me not to be so scared, or self-conscious, maybe? You just helped me to be myself. Like, to just not be... Like, to just be okay with not being perfect. Or living up to whatever people think I should be. Maybe it's just nostalgia. There was something better about those times. Just you and me chilling in the woods. But then we entered the game, and everything went to shit. For some reason, still don't know why, Damara just started going a little more nuts every day. Getting more and more nuts when she knew we were hanging out. Then she found out it was more than just hanging out, and I guess the rest was history. And yada yada, then we all died, and we've been together ever since. All this time as ghosts. Which is a long time, you know? And I'll always be grateful for what we had together, but I guess people change. And even as ghosts, they change. If you give them long enough, they start wanting different things. Oh man, I'm going about this all wrong. Saying way too much, but not what I want to say. Shit. I should just use the bravery you helped me understand I always had and just say it. I think we should break up. You okay, bro? I'm sorry, what did you say? My ear valves filled up with sweat and I didn't catch most of that. Hey, why don't we participate in the enjoyable activity together later as a romantic afterlife partners? We could play one of those foreign card games you seem to like. What's that one called again? Fiddle Spoon? Yeah, we could do that, I guess. That sounds dope. I know I'm not the best partner to share your exotic and somewhat childish interests with, but I do my best to try to understand them and enjoy them with you. The most important thing is that we spend time together and maintain a strong relationship. Bang-a-rang. Huh. Well, that's disappointing. I wonder what happened to Damara. Probably something involving friggin' Kulu's, whatever his name is, Gamgee Sr. That asshole. Basically what I'm saying is, fuck that guy. Hey doll, don't suppose you had anything to do with the recent disappearance of my Lucius, did you? Yeah, sure, like I believe that. Like I'm not onto your tricks by now? No, not yet. I tried, but I just couldn't do it. It's hard, you know? Damn, so cold, girl. Why can't you let the past go? Anyway, once I actually do get up the nerve to break it to him, don't be thinking this is your big chance with me. It's over between us for good. Kind of for obvious reasons. Just friends, you dig? Creepy face? Yeah, I figured you'd be like that. Anyway, Mina kind of needs to keep going through this bubble. I know you like to I know you like to make shit difficult for everyone all the time, but think you could get rid of that big ass iceberg thing you dropped there? Yeah. Oh, come on, do it for me, Damara. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, maybe. Just go. Gotta be honest, Damara, I've been feeling pretty bad. Nani? Nandeska? Can you keep a secret, right? Alright. Yeah. It's Horace. You know, I've been thinking about breaking it off with him. Nah, that wouldn't do much good. I mean, I feel like a chump for even thinking about it. He's been so cool. But damn, eternity is a long fucking time. I don't know if the relationship should really last that long. I want to know... Whoa, kind of personal question. Anyway, that's not it. I feel guilty for saying so, I'm just not into it. So maybe so many repetitive dates over the millennia? So much like talking about livestock and big muscular animals, and I don't know, those really aren't my interests. This song is, yeah, this is a good song for October. It's nice and spoopy. Maybe we were never that compatible, and I just never had the guts to say so. Rufio. It's like... Watashi wa... Anata ni... Konokoto wa... Something something... Today. I know, I didn't listen to you. I figured you were still all mad and jealous. Watashi wa... Something... Right, I just don't know what to do. He's great, but he's so clingy. I don't know how he keeps that up after all this time. Dude's got stamina. I'm just, like, romantically exhausted. You get me, doll? Alright. Touché. But for real, I just don't want to hurt his feelings. Want me to talk to him? No, God, no, don't hurt anyone. Let's not go there again. Or I guess if the two of you are like, it's really between you and him, I'm not sure he would go for that. Anyway, I don't think that would actually help me. I know I told you, please don't feed anyone's soul to anybody. You've got to keep crazy talk like that down, Damara. People knew some of the shit you said. How you say crazy shit like that, like you want to serve him. Fuck. Yeah, so this Damara actually wants to serve Lord English, kind of the way she did in the alternate reality. Wouldn't be cool, people would flip. Hell, don't you hear Mina was trying to raise an army to kill him? If she could hear some of the things he told me, shit, I can't even let her find out. If she knew you'd both start fighting again. I think it sounded like you're trying to wish me luck on my upcoming battle? Hey, thanks, Megiddo. Maybe I had you all wrong. Bye. I've probably been a bitch to you for no reason. Let's forget all that shit ever happened. How about a hug? Well, watch where you're putting that hand. Apology accepted. Hey, you get around to moving that huge quartz glacier yet? Kind of in a hurry here. Oh, hey there. She looks... Something about that sprite is just really adorable. Hey, dams! If you go anywhere near him, I will fucking kill you. The sprite of her just sitting on that skateboard is really adorable for some reason. I don't know what it is. Blah, 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 blah. Excuse me? Horse, pony, something, 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 horsey. Oh, I see you've taken an interest in this fine, albeit diminutive steed given to me as a gift earlier. Isn't it wonderful? I shall feed it many an apple and will grow to be strong. I don't do what with your horns? Ride what now? You want me to something about hay? You would like me to perform what rhythmic behavior exactly? While making an animal noise? Okay, somehow I suspect that if I were to like put this through Google Translate, we would get some of the lewdest shit out of Damara. To say nothing of the fact that she just made a very, very, very suggestive gesture earlier. Would it be do what with? Wait, all of you? Wouldn't that be quite a lot of Damaras, regardless of the activity you were trying to describe? Trying to decode your speech is quite agitating, you know? Whenever I talk to you, my system gets a little switchy. I begin to faintly channel an ancient soul from Alternia Asia, and I come very close to understanding you. But then it vanishes just as quickly, and my host vessel is left with nothing but an overwhelming experience of perspiration. Not that I would expect a lowly, rust-blooded singleton like you to understand. Fuck you. The best usage of time travel is to create massive orgies, which... that does seem to be the gist of what she was implying. See, this is all the same thing as before. Let's see, we can actually talk to Latuna now. This is probably going to be the same thing as before. Yep. And she disappeared. Oh well. No talking to her, I guess. No talking to the rad girl. Continue off-screen as Damara. Okay. Oh, was that an Easter egg? Oh, too late now. Wouldn't it be a massive mindfuck if Monica showed up all of a sudden? I wouldn't be surprised at this point. That game is freaky. East Beforian Scroll. It is covered in mysterious runes, and only those that... if only there was some way for laypersons to translate this absurd gibberish. tinyurl.com/Damar Okay, so that's where I have to... Oops. Where'd I go? I guess that is where you go to get this stuff translated. Her hair actually goes off the top of the sprite map. Something different about this door. You think it might be a real door. It's not somebody's memory, like the rest of this place is. The meter must be physically passing through the dream bubble again. You'd love to get in here and snoop around somehow, but the door is password protected. There's got to be someone around here who knows the password. Ooh, this should be interesting. Eavesdrop. Tamara, do you mind? We're having a private conversation here. Please leave us alone. We'll talk later, okay? Oops. Cat. Yeah. Quit playing with the wires. Oh, the cat's not in shit. Okay, sit down. We'll talk later, okay? She's making me slightly uncomfortable. That's her specialty. Just ignore her until she goes away. Alright. Alright. Back to reality. Nice to see Kanaya and her ancestor are finally talking to each other. The ancestor, I suppose. Ah, seems we have company. Guess we should wrap this up. Very happy you came to see me. I hope you'll bear in mind what I said. Yes, I surely will. And I'm happy to. About... yes. You have important work ahead of you. The legacy of our race is in your hands. I know you will make me proud. She seems to have figured out how to turn... Porum apparently taught her how to turn off the lights because she's not glowing white anymore. ask Kanaya for the password. Ah, Snapperfish, it's Popo Marigam and Marigam lookalike kid. Marigams? What are you ladies glubbing about over here? Nothing, I was just leaving. Oh yeah, where to? Back into your meteor, right? Because that's where I'm headed? Can't get through the door, though. Can I get your password? Pardon me? No. Come on. Mina, what are you doing? Don't hassle her for private information, it's rude. Come on. I'm being nice about it. Are you actually? I'm fucking smiling, ain't I? Well, I was going in there anyway. I won't give you my password, but you can follow me, I guess. But you can only remain as long as I am escorting you. The fuck? Why? Because I don't trust you? Oh, man. But I'm cool. You should wise the fuck up and start thinking I'm cool. I think you're cool, Mina. You're right, with a sales pitch like that, I would have to be an imbecile not to crave your company. King Boo, that is a frowny face, not a smiley face that you just drew. What, you got me... What have you got against me, Mariam clone? I think you're probably a sociopath. I've given enough of my time to such characters in the past. You got me all wrong, girl. What I gotta do is make you my frond, Mariam the sequel. My name is Kanaya. Alright, Kanaya it is. Someday I'll come up with a good fish pun way of saying that. That's how you know our shit will be tight. Just lead the way and I'll be well behaved and win you over. You'll see. Be Kanaya? Okay. Guess that's how we're doing this now. Let's stay in touch. Come looking for me in your dreams anytime you like. Be sure not to let that one too far out of your sight. God damn it. Kids got no respect for royalty these days, and I've about had that guy up to here. Please, you aren't even mad, you just wanted an excuse to use more fish puns. Marianne, stop being such an astute judge of character. Can't talk to her while I'm escorting her. Oh well. Mina, I mean. So I think we've now talked to every single one of the ancestors, haven't we? Yeah, I don't think we've missed anyone. I think we've talked to all of them at one point or another. Hey, Dave! Sup? Wait, what's going on? Is the meteor passing through another dream bubble? Can you still go back to tomorrow? I don't know, can you? I'll check, I guess. Yes. Hence the ghost who is following me. Oh. Hey. Eyebrow waggle. What, you don't talk now? You were pretty spunky before, what happened? She is exhibiting her best behavior while on this tour. She's actually doing very well so far. Okay, whatever. So what, are we just not even bothering to care anymore when we pass through dream bubbles now? Like, no warning or alert or getting into our facetious battle stations or anything? Who cares, actually. Probably won't even leave the room this time. Getting a little bored of ghosts, actually. No offense, Sea Troll. Hornless dirt scraper. Shh. So what were you just mumbling about over here before I interrupted you? No, just some raps. Been working on my raps. You've heard my raps, right? Want to hear some raps? Wait, do you know what rap is? It's this fly human tradition where you drop a beat and talk hard. If the flow checks out and your rhymes are dope enough and the police start unholstering their guns, they can't help it, it's like reflexive. That's how you know you're doing it right. I know what your raps are, they're basically the same as the ancient art form of Alternian slam poetry, but more primitive and generally involving less lyrics about towering muscular livestock. Slam poetry? Why didn't you tell me about this? I don't know, I don't really have much interest in the subject. You already talked about this with Equus like 2 years ago, dude. Yeah, but I should have come up... Wait, now that I think about it, I remember some weird troll was rapping at me once. There we go. Well, there you go. I mean, we could have been talking about rap all this time. You and me, I mean. Would have been up, I think, if we talked more. We should talk more. We don't really talk, though. We don't really talk enough. Like, really just get down to fucking business. Just the two of us. All conversationally and such. Really, like, flesh out this dynamic. See what's there. Goddamn will squeeze blood from this stone. This awkwardly quiet troll ghost as my witness. If you are successful in extracting blood from the geological material in question, can I have it? Oh man, kind of semi-self-deprecating vampire jokes like that. Good start, I like it. I don't know how sincere you're being, Dave. Probably only somewhat, since the rule is that everything has to be at least partially a joke, right? Yes, exactly. But if you actually want to converse and exchange views on our respective cultures, then okay, I guess. That's fine. Might be able to dig up some classic texts by some famous slam poets. Oh man, yes! That would be so fucking perfect. Okay, I will see what I can do. You'll have to read the troll gibberish to me? It'll be just like story time with Carcat. Kanaya edition? Sure. But you'll have to rap the words. Oh. Pump up the bass and slaughter the mic. I want to goddamn feel that slam poetry. Is it too late to back out of this? Plot twist, Dave frequently has rap battles with Lord English. Maybe. Yes. Can we be Dave? Hey, we can be Dave. Oh, but first I want to talk to Kanaya as Rose. What happened? What? You're not glowing anymore. Oh, right. I became so absorbed in my conversation with my ancestor, I already forgot you taught me how to. Switch off. Oh, so you did go talk to her. Yes. That's great. How did it go? Very well. She is very nice, and as a person is as impressive as I was imagining her to be. But not nearly as intimidating, really. I knew you wouldn't regret it if you got up the nerve to talk to her. That is nice. Character development! Kanaya is ready to kind of talk to people. Looks like Kanaya has contracted the human disease known as friendship. Quite so. What did you say, besides a few vampire-to-vampire skin-dimming pointers? Many things. Primarily encouraging me to pursue my prior obligations to my people. Oh? She said she used to eschew her role rather vehemently. The duties of our caste were quite limiting in both worlds, it seems. So she renounced them completely and wanted a different life. But she also said something to the effect that she found that it wasn't really necessary to reject the role completely. And the same is true for me, as long as I know within that I am free. And if my decision is to embrace my path, it can be a source of strength. Do you want to try to restore your race again? I've begun to think that you lost hope in that possibility. It's true there's no orb anymore. She said it may be difficult. There's no hope if I don't try. That's true. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. But such is the nature of adventures. can't be scared of adventures. I think I'm excited about it now. I can tell. We can work on it together when we arrive. Maybe the session we're about to explore will offer some answers. I hope so. Hey. You aren't permanently deglowed now, are you? Oh no, I can flip it back on. See? Wait. Turns out it's just a silly biological parlor trick. Oh good, you had me worried there for a moment. Rose liked the glowing. Sorry. I know how you enjoy a good source of light. Light is one of my favorite things. Please don't take those as fighting words, but my aspect is simply the best there is. Alright, so let's see. I'm gonna walk around again. Before we start playing around with being other people, I'm just gonna walk around a bit. It's an empty bottle. Can't be too playful. Guess you'll just kind of put it over there with the other bottles. Boring treasure. Vamp on. Vamp off. This is a wall. Anybody else around? Just... You got a... What even is this thing? Looks like a pendant. Whatever it is, you got it. Looks like a pendant, but not one I'd seen before. See anything over this way? Tab! The mayor has a couple of these stowed in his rags for safekeeping. He has decided to store them in chests now, which, unbeknownst to him, are the opposite of safekeeping. You crack it open and chug it. You're overwhelmed by the intense rush of sugar. This high will surely last for hours. Zero sugars. Now where are we? Up and now we're Meena again. More troll blood. Why? As you're prepared to lob it into the dark shaft below, you catch a whiff of it. Hold on. It smells... fruity? Guess it was a false alarm. This appears to be some form of delicious juice. You're bad. Okay, so there's a lot to explore in this area. There are at least 2 different directions to go. Plus, we still got the conversations from Bean, Dave, and Rose. So, let's see, what's up in this direction? Yeah, Tab is sugarless. Well, I mean, that's the whole thing, right? I think, like, wasn't the Tab's whole appeal was that it was kind of the first diet soda? I think that was, like, kind of its big start. Oh, hello, Carcat. Hey, it's your newly recruited Grand Thrush-Executioner. Looks like he hasn't woken up from the same nap he was having last time you talked to him. The guy must have been really tired. Why is he sleeping in this massive pile of horns? That can't be too comfortable. Maybe you should wake him up. Then, as long as he's awake, might as well see if he's willing to pack his bags and head off to war. Hold on, Miriam is eyeing you suspiciously. She isn't onto your plan, is she? How could she know? This girl is really cramping your style. You tried to shake her loose, but as a rainbow drinker, she seems to have absolutely insane fastness attribute. Whatever you're thinking, don't even try it. What? Wasn't thinking nothing. Let's keep moving. Let's see, what's Rose's music like? Very calming. Not to harp on the issue, but now that you can switch on and off, so to speak, How often do you think you'll resort to phosphorescence? I don't know. What do you think? Well, which state is more comfortable? I could go either way. I'll probably switch on if I'm walking through a dark corridor. Now that I think about it, it's been a long time since I could even be in the dark. Maybe I'll leave it off for a while and refamiliarize myself with the experience of non-illumination. Makes sense. Was this a biological feature common to other trolls? I'm sorry, I'm really pestering you about this, aren't I? We've never talked about it, and I guess I was trying to be polite, but I've been really curious about it. No, that's okay. I'm told it's a trait confined to those of my caste. They tended to spend a lot of time in the brooding caverns, where a convenient source of light was often handy. That part of it makes sense to me, but I have no idea what the evolutionary purpose was for the sort of thirst which accompanies this perk. Strikes me as an odd liability, but what do I know? I feel like Rose would very much like Kanaya to be turned on in her presence. Rose eyebrows? Yes. Maybe to frighten predators away from innocent grubs? Maybe. Or perhaps it was a measured defect imposed on us, to keep the auxiliaries on a short leash. I'll agree with that assessment, on the grounds that I've always been a sucker for a good conspiracy theory. Excuse me. The condition was often glamorized in certain works of literature, but there's really nothing that great about it. Not nearly as useful as other abilities, like the psychic gifts which some lowbloods are predisposed to. But I guess it's pretty useful if you want to keep the plans you made after someone punches a hole through your gut. I can see how that could present a whole world of convenience. Speaking of plans, doing anything later? You asking her out on a date, Rose? Not really. Working on some stuff right now, but later maybe once you're finished escorting your ghost around. Would you like to do something? Sure. Anything in particular that you have in mind? Not really, just to hang out, if you're up for it. Yeah, that sounds okay. Holy mackerel, get a frickin' room! Yes, please, get a room. Private room. By all means. What's up with the fish-punk troll following Kanaya around? Seems she's passing through. Kanaya doesn't want her to cause trouble. Cause trouble? What the fuck could she even do here? Like kick over an old pile of garbage and cause the property value to fall even lower than jack shit? I say let her go nuts. Feel free to take that up with Kanaya. But if you authorize her to flip a bitch, just make sure she's nowhere near my chemistry table. Yeah. Can't be dropping your vials and shit all over the floor. The only one who's got clearance to drop science is me. Dork. Don't even hate. Been storing up my motherfucking craft over here? I know, I've been in the same room, right over here, listening to you mumble lyrics to yourself for the last couple hours. Rose is so done. Rose, you know what sucks? Yes. Very frank answer. To which sucky thing are you referring? It kind of just occurred to me. While I was spitting ill verse to no end, I got this weird feeling that I might be getting, like, a little dated. Yeah, it's almost like there's this other version of me who has my exact same shtick, except slightly more refined. Is this about Terezi? What? No. Don't be disingenuous, world girl. You know what I'm saying. I mean, sort of passé, like a lumbering pop reference dinosaur. Remember, we were both kind of stuck in 2009, so I'm like pop culturally frozen in that period. All my references feel like they might be getting a little stale. Even though the Earth ended and all, there is no culture after that point. Anyway, but still, I can feel it. Dave can feel the datedness of his memes. Like in my bones. I just know on some hypothetical Earth that kept going, my shit is starting to get so lame. I know it doesn't matter because it's just us here, so who cares? But I care. It's a matter of integrity. I'm a fucking artist. Like, I think if I make one more rap about, like, some fucking Dane Cook movie from 2008 to piss Carcat off or some tired bullshit like that, I'm going to... I don't know. I'll just start feeling like a fraud. My game might be drying up, Rose. But it's not my fault. Like, I'm totally hostage to this freeze-dried backlog of cultural garbage that can never move forward. So I have to pick through it like I'm looting a fucking tomb while still trying to act rap sassy. This is a weird existential crisis Dave is going through. Like, yeah, take that, motherfuckers. Of the past. All in your mass grave somewhere in a dead frogverse. I've been representing some goddamn standards about your media. Do you feel me? I'm depressing myself here. All I'm saying is it would be cool to have some fresh shit to work with. Like, just to know what the world would be like in the year it would be for us now. Which would be 2011, I guess. Wow, 2011, really? Damn. Just want to know what would have happened. There's so much shit we were primed for. It was going to be exciting. Like, Barack Obama just turned president, remember that? And now Barack Obama is no longer president, which is even sadder than the thought of Barack Obama, you know, than the potential of Barack Obama. We never got to see if he fixed the economy. Remember how you were dying to see if he would fix the economy? You were asking me about it every damn day. Just joking, nobody gave a shit about that. But like, I never got to check out the next batch of Stiller Jams and see how bad I could mock them. We never got to find out how the Midnight Crew adventure ended. If ever. Rose? What the fuck, man? Why'd you go back to your bowels and shit? I was right in the thick of a hella elocution. Don't give me that. Yes. Yeah. Yes, I do actually want you to come back over here. Barack Obama, the Homestuck president. Yes. Love how we didn't even get to hear Rose's reaction. She's just over here off screen. Yep. No, I'm listening. No, seriously, I am listening. Yes. Yes, Barack Obama, that would have been cool. Yeah, Ben Stiller, sure, yeah. I'm waiting. Fine, here I am. Oh, that was so hard. Was that so hard? This is what civilized people do, Rose. They fucking talk to each other, like actually in each other's fucking vicinities. You just have a tendency to go on for a while. I assumed we could progress to the traditional mumbling monologue stage of Stridarian discourse. No, that's not even a thing. I was actually, like, trying to get your take. Take on what? I don't even know. I bet John would have stuff to say. He's probably going through the same frozen fucking caveman from 2009 syndrome as me. Actually, what am I saying? The dude is a caveman from 1997? Like, he could give a shit as long as he's got his Cage DVDs. Oh, I saw him the other night. What? In a dream. It was very brief, only a few minutes. I waved to him and then woke up. Whoa, what was he doing? He was fighting Jack. Actually, he was doing quite well. Oh, man. You have to tell me all about this. I will, later. But I'd like to get back to work. Okay, when? Tonight? I have plans tonight. How about tomorrow? Plans? What plans? Just some plans. Date night with Kanaya. Can I come? No. Fuck, fine. Tomorrow, then. Maybe I'll just dream up my own John tonight, and we'll have an awesome time without you Without you, what do you think about that? Sounds lewd. Damar after Mina's trip to the expo booth. Okay, so there's stuff with Damar to do later. Whoop. Need to meet Dave. Rose, quit all the clanking around over there. I can't concentrate my reps. What in the sweet religious name of Jesus H. Dick are you doing with all these bottles? Just a little alchemy. Alchemy? What kind of shitty thing are you alchemizing with this crap? Are you alchematizing bottles with other bottles to make, like, super bottles? Rose E bottles? No, believe it or not, I'm actually focusing the contents of the bottles. You're a pretty good hike from the alchemators. The alchemy I'm practicing is a little more old-fashioned. You know, there was a time on Earth where alchemy didn't refer to a process whereby a large device used game constructs to materialize some idealized version of an object out of thin air. Alchemists used to experiment with various substances to transmute them into something more valuable. Its more pedestrian and scientifically credible cousin would be chemistry, which I guess is the technical term for mixing shit together. Which, strictly speaking, more accurately describes what I'm doing. So what, you're doing science now? Who do you think you are, your mom? Wait, that sounded like Lane Byrne, like Lane Byrne again? Every time I talk about your mom, it sounds like a burn. Who do you think you are, my mom? Wait, scratch that. Every time we start talking about her as my mom things start snowballing down our dumb conversational ski scope, and suddenly Sigmund Freud and King Oedipus start banging each other's hot moms at some kind of depraved sexy mom swap party? Oh, somebody please draw that. Thanks for the imagery. It was almost as graphic as it made no sense. So what are you making? Beverages. Beverages? What kind of beverages? Tasty beverages, I hope. Apple juice? Please let it be AJ, please let it be AJ, please let it be AJ. I'll see what I can do. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hashtag oh my god. Fuck, yes. You shattered the ring, but there's more cracks in your wrap. And on top of your glass, because Devastation's on tap. Wait, no. You're actually sucking more dick with a puppet on your lap. What? Puppet. And where was that from? Where did that come from? You shattered the ring, but there's more cracks in your wrap. Your flow's like warm milk that goes good with a nap. Haha, yes! Shit, let's be rails, I'll be the shoosh of your pap. Wait, that makes no fucking sense. Now, stick with the milk one. No claim to be the Lord of Time. All you're making me feel is bored with your rhymes. That's okay, I guess. Still feel like I should work puppets into this? No idea why. What rhymes with puppets? Muppets? Dave, no, that's the same fucking thing. Muppets. What the fuck? The other thing that rhymes with puppets is different kinds of puppets! Can I... Whoa! Hey, how much of that did you hear? By the tenor of the question, I'll assume more than you would prefer. Accurate, Kanaya. Very accurate. All that shit was a work in progress. Ain't fit for hype yet. Why you gotta be eavesdropping? I wasn't. I was just standing here and you slowly wandered over in a totally oblivious stupor. You were mumbling your rhymes and walked right up to me and did not notice me until now. Shit. Was I? Sorry, I guess I just got caught up in my raps. 2 more! What? No! I can't, those rhymes are still too rough around the edges. Come on. No, it'll suck. I mean, I could freestyle a bit, I guess. I don't know if I got a live performance in me now. Maybe it could work if somebody dropped a beat. Need a good beat, I could probably kill it with a fly beat. Him. Boom, dum, psh, boom, boom, psh. No, wait. Chum chum fish, chum chum fish, chum chum fish. Oh yeah! That fish beat is the sizzle. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, settle down, motherfuckers. Here we go. They then proceed to have one of the most ambiguously rated rap-offs in the history of Paradox Space. While I stood by and regarded it neutrally. I like to imagine Kanai just slowly turning to the camera to say that. They then proceeded to have one of the most ambiguously rated rap-offs in the history of Paradox Space. While I stood by and regarded it neutrally. Might as well try to wander about as Dave, see where we can and can't go. Might be able to go up and see Car Kitty. Hey! What the... Oh. It's Car Cat's dream self, and he's next to his actual sleeping body. It's kind of weird, actually. Oh, this is just fucking stupid now. What? I'm asleep. Well, I guess the meteor is physically passing through the bubble I'm dreaming in? And now my dream phantom, or whatever the fuck you're supposed to call this version of yourself, is actually in the same physical location as my sleeping body. I've just been standing here watching myself sleep on the horn pile. It's official, we've reached a critical threshold of bulge-numbing idiocy. What do you even call this dreaming instance of ourselves? Can't be dream self because that's already a thing, as in the version of yourself on Durst or Prospect. But that was more like a physical, real self that just happened to serve as a backup life. This is something totally different, like a weird hologram. Hey, am I tangible to you? Touch me. What? Just give me a little poke. No. Don't be like that, just man up and touch me. Maybe just brush my teeth gently with the back of your hand. Something unambiguously platonic like that? The Dave Cat shipping. The Dave Cat shipping. Everybody loves the Dave Cat shipping. Male self? Yeah, maybe. Double self? Dream projection? Yeah, dream projection works. No, fuck you. I'm not caressing your dream hologram. You have a really tragically you have a very tragically under-inquisitive mind, Dave. This is for science. If science was up to you, humanity would never have come anywhere close to rising to the level of pathetic inferiority it was barely able to achieve as it was. You look really tired, man. Your sleep phantom should curl up with your napping meat torso in the horn pile and try to score some shut-eye. Yeah, well, maybe I'll just do that, asshole. Okay. Hop to it. No, not while you're watching. Man, our conversations can be so embarrassing. I'm so glad we managed to have most of them in private. Yeah, me too. See, I'm guessing we won't be able to... There's another chest up there that I missed. Boombuck. Okay, you can't even pretend to be excited about this. You get the feeling that whoever was stocking these chests just started running out of treasure assets. You put the phoned-in item back in the chest, but a little later Mina sneaks back over here, takes the boombuck and stashes in her nautically themed hot pink clamshell-shaped purse, which we have never seen her rendered with, but totally is something that exists in the most canonical way possible. There, now you know. Where do you think you're going? This is Mina's interactive quest. Only she can leave the area. Probably can't go up backwards either. Yep. We should actually check out Carcat as Rose, because we didn't do that before, because I didn't think of it. believe we have hit up all of the conversations, but all of the iterations of Kanaya talking to Rose, Rose talking to Kanaya, Kanaya talking to Dave, Dave talking to Kanaya, and Rose and Dave talking to Kanaya as each other, right? I think we hit all of those. Oh, fuck you. Fuck. Basically, fuck that guy. Wait for it. It's coming. Yep. Okay, come on. Up here, damn it. There it is. All I'm saying is basically just fuck that guy. Okay. And let's get back to the real thing. No. Up here. There you are. Just what I'm saying is fuck that guy. You better not let Kanaya find you in here. She still hates you, you know. And not in that way. I think she still truly would like to kill you. Yeah, I all up and motherfucking know that already. I've wondered, doesn't it ever get confusing trying to differentiate between two platonic, malicious intent and gestures of black romance? No. Like I'd even give a dag little chainsaw bitch like that on it, on any time of day up in any quadrant. Besides, I already got my black Rama on with another motherfucker. We're dating somebody in the motherfucking shadows, getting pretty nasty between us, all experiencing the shit out of the black miracle called Weakness. Oh god, is he a black ramen Kurlos? I don't know why that sounds gross, but it does sound gross. Wait, really? Who? Honk. Carcat? No. Dave? No. Not the mayor. No. Wait. Terezi? Honk! Are you serious? Do I motherfucking look like I motherfucking joke about it with a, around with a motherfucker? I can't even parse that relationship as something meaningful. What? It's simple. Motherfucker. She all gets on her head of me quite understandably, seeing as to what a vile piece of clan-ass trash I'm all is, but doesn't quite hate me enough to want to kill me. That is a really startling revelation, I must say. It's a game changer? Hey! Please don't all tell on this notice to anyone. The Carcat motherfucking knew on this. He actually would want to kill me. Yes, I can see the dilemma you're in. Your social dynamics really begin to get complicated once your quadrants start to fill up, don't they? Motherfuck yeah, they motherfucking do. Don't worry, your secret is safe with me. Now shoo, back into the ventilation system with you before you're spotted. Ugh. Gamgee and Terezi. Well... Huh. I miss Nice Gamgee. Well... Yeah, I mean, and... Yeah, I miss Nice Gamgee. Yeah, like, Nice Gamgee annoyed the shit out of me, but I kind of miss him too. Be Kanaya again. God, fucking Gamgee and Terezi. Well, that's gonna be... so more bad shit's gonna happen to Terezi because of that. Fuck. So this is the way to go, I take it? Unless there's an Easter egg where it would be easier to just go backwards first. Can Gamgee just die? It'd be so much easier if Gamgee just fucking died. God damn it. Now he's gonna do something fucked up to Terezi, and it's gonna make me sad. Be Be Damara? Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Let's see, where did I leave Damara? Damara after this? Okay. Before you end? Alright. And we have reached more or less the end, I guess. Got an Alternian journal. It's a bit wordy, though some of the material here strikes you as quite pretty risque. Actually, quite a lot of the material. You surreptitiously pocket the overweight diary for later reading. So I'm guessing this is the end, more or less. That's weird. Usually Arania shows up, like, right at the end. Broken 8 Ball? You remember seeing a bunch of these earlier? What was the context again? I just had so many long, weird conversations. It's all kind of a jumble now. This sounds like Vriska music. You feel unlucky just looking at this thing. You toss it in the bushes. What's this? There's a thing back there, but I can't see. Yeah, no, I was... Well, it's like I didn't expect there to be a past her. I know that. It's like, I know, I saw her, it's just that I expected that to actually be the end, because every other time, the session ends right there after you talk to Arania. Status report. Welp. I'm a total failure. Didn't recruit a single ghost for my army. Except for one guy, but he was asleep. Don't lose hope. I know our group of friends is a bit lackluster in the motivation department, but there are plenty of other souls out there. You just need to find someone with the right amount of moxie to get you started, and I'm sure more will follow. Who knows? If you keep exploring, maybe someone like that will be right around the corner. You seem more psyched about my army plan than you did before. What's up with the change of tuna? Sorry to believe that what you're doing may be important. Just a feeling. Am I going to be playing Doki Doki Monica Club after this? Yes, I will be playing Literature Club after this. It could be every bit as critical as my quest to find the cherub. I think it all could be related, like legs of a stool that won't stand unless all are in place, or prongs of a fork, if you will. How is Cherub Quest going, by the way? Okay. I've still been a little preoccupied. Girl, please. You've been dragging your talking booth around to hassle people with facts, ain't you? This is my last session, I swear. After this, I promised myself I would retire the exposition stand for good. Maybe I'll put it up for sale and try to recoup some of the substantial losses required to operate it. Arana, we are both failures at stuff together. Why are we such a copy of gorgeous, sexy failures at things? I don't know, but we can't give up. Once I close down shop here, I will redouble my efforts to find the cherub. The first thing to do will be to figure out her name. It's been so maddeningly elusive, almost as if somebody's taken care to scrub any reference of it throughout Paradox space, whether in memories or reality. Okay, then how about this? While I'm out here fishing for recruits, I'll keep an ear out for clues about her. And while you're out there cherub hunting, maybe you can see if anybody wants to serve the little condense in her slamming new Imperial army. It'll be teamwork. It sounds like a great plan. Now let's hurry this up so we can get started on that. What would you like me to tell you about in exchange for the precious few boombucks I have left? Rufio! 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 Oh! The Rogue of Breath was always a very popular member of our group. Probably the most popular, I'd say. Sort of the anti-me in that respect. Ever the recipient of romantic solicitations, whichever way he turned. Sort of the anti-Cronus in that respect. Oh yeah, sick and poor, burn? Out of nowhere, high five. Indeed, his mutation made him an outcast, though. To avoid the unwanted attention of his wings would bring him, he took refuge in the forest among those who welcomed his differences and learned their ways. The Lost Weeaboos were a guild of youthful tree-dwelling troll otakus with a zeal for fisticuffs, flight, and various forms of exotic Eastern theater. Bane to the enemies of hijinks, scourge to the seafaring classes who... Nope. Not listening to this. La 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 la, glub glub glub. Glub glub glub. Centuries of feeding with the... Kanemini tribes. Karate torchlight Yowie festivals. Sundari quadrant felicitation. Threw down the dagger lance to challenge the guild's high seam for dominance. Ultimately served like a shonen on Sitsuji Island. Hey, Sir Cat. How much I gotta pay you to zip your blowhole in this shit so tight that you never bring it up again? For such a service, I will require nothing short of the large gold statue in your palace. I think you know which one I'm talking about. You drive a hard bargain, Cirques. But you got a deal. The Page of Void was a self-taught master of mechanics, an avid patron of fine arts, a passionate bodybuilder, archer, ambrosia collector, and steam wright. A poet, a scholar, a warrior, a lover. He was all that his caste demanded and more. A true Renaissance man. His name means he who stalks with the muscle beasts. But all of his proficiencies were hard-won, built from the blank slate, as his aspect would imply, advanced at the slow pace his class would as well, but in spite of all he worked to make something of himself. He amounted to very little, responsible for neither great feats of heroism nor acts of villainy. He was just another game piece to be moved around the board. The aspect ruling his life would always conspire to dampen his relevance. Void is easily the most mysterious aspect, the one which inherently defies rational understanding. This makes it particularly fascinating and just as frustrating to light players such as myself. Casting illumination upon nothing itself is futile, for to truly know void is to paradoxically cause it to not be. The role of the void player is to somehow embrace nothingness, to become one with it, and yet in total contradiction to this, to make use of its power it grants and serve a role of relevance. One must find a way to overcome it, to see the limitless potential in the void, to find everything within nothing, and bring it into being. Okay. Hey! What? This is the perfect case in point regarding the path of the void player. So resistance to his story to having a relevant bearing on anything, you fell asleep and didn't hear a word. Yeah, that's nice. Where's my money? You don't get any, you slumber voided the transaction. Dag. Excuse me. The Witch of Time was not always the party's biggest troublemaker. If you recall, you wore that tiara for a long time. Excuse me. Yeah. Once she was as meek as can be, hailing from the eastern provinces. So much talking. So much exposition. Cat's being playful again. Once she was meek as can be, hailing from the eastern provinces, she migrated across the seas and settled near the forest concealing Rufio's guild. The two of them became quite fond of each other and shared many interests. He secretly began seeing someone else, believing she knew nothing, but she always suspected his infidelity, and over time grew quite distraught. But her sadness never quite turned to rage and malevolence. Not till you involved yourself. Do we really have to go through this? If you'd like to earn your money, then yes. Bleh, fine. After we began our game, you quickly determined that winning was going to be an uphill battle with our team. Everyone was so preoccupied with their interpersonal issues and no one seemed to be in any shape To be fighting major battles? Sound familiar? Deja vu's a bitch, sir. I've been here in this space before. Alright, enough singing about the 90s. So you did your best to rile up the crew in any way you could. Cat, quit playing with that. You'll get to play with the cables. So you did your best to rile up the crew any way you could, appealing to people's insecurities, burying hostilities, brewing rivalries, luring anyone you could into confrontation with each other. Your theory was that increase everyone's state of aggression would make them better equipped to play the game, and you were sort of right about that. But the Alternians would prove it, not our group, sadly. The poor girl who took the brunt of your bullying tactics was Damara Megiddo. You talked up her mate sprite's betrayal, making her feel even more dreadful, while pushing him further into the arms of her rival, until she simply snapped. She attacked him, paralyzing him from the neck down. You finally got the aggressive confrontation you were looking for. Unfortunately, you unleashed something that even you weren't prepared for, and you had to deal with her yourself. After a long, bloody duel, she killed you, and you would have stayed dead if not for me. You never listened to me, you just kept needling and fussing and meddling until eventually you paid the price, and I had to bail you out. How bad do I even want this stupid money? Damara has been unhinged ever since. By increasing her violent tendencies instead of being an asset to the game, she became a loose cannon, arbitrarily showing up at key moments throughout the timeline to sabotage us. So radical was her shift in personality, I would have had a hard time believing your incitement was solely to blame. Hang on. So radical was her shift in personality, I've had a hard time believing your incitement was solely to blame. It always seemed like some other forces were at play, as if her acts, through apparently haphazard, were in keeping with some inscrutable agenda. Of course, it doesn't help that it's so hard to understand her, even on a good day. Yeah, there's someone else was fucking with her. That would be in keeping with everything. Strangely, the only time she was eager to help us was when we were preparing to initiate the scratch. And it's a good thing she was, since I'm not sure anybody else would have had the ability to do the kind of damage to the cardinal movement and release its energy. It was almost a little eerie how happily she complied with our plan. What did Rufio say? She said something about how we would all finally get what we deserved. Which at the time I thought sounded chilling. But there's really two ways of looking at it. One is how she scratch rebooted our world into a state of pure chaos, culminating in the annihilation of our universe. But on the other hand, we all got the chance to live out our wildest fantasies as adults on Alternia. At least you and I sure did, and I wouldn't doubt she feels the same way. So, are we done? That's it. Toughest $5 I ever made. Okay, go to Demario link on Steam and then drop the page into Google Translate. And I'll do that some other time. We're on stream? Okay. Be Damara? Okay, let's go find Damara. Arani, I don't think Alternate You is someone you should look up. I don't know, it's... Mind Fang was sweet. She was a pirate. Where did I leave this girl? There she is. Okay, now where am I going? Tell that to the Dolores. Yeah, there was that whole thing. Oh, so this door's open. Hey, who the fuck are you? Don't think you belong in here. I am very happy. Meet human. Say much delight. Meh, you seem harmless enough. What do I even care? Go fuck some shit up, Japanese schoolgirl troll. hello, I don't think we've met. Hmm? You seem confused. Are you lost? Maybe you shouldn't be wandering around here. Please, apology. Not want to disturb you. Ah, you seem so sweet. Please, feel free to stay as long as you like. Stream looks fine on my end. Oh, hello. What have we here? Tamara? It's Terezi! Hey, Dams. If you go anywhere near him, I will fucking kill you! Those pyre-ups are very defensive. What the? Say what? Tamar, what the hell are you doing this deep into the game? Good grief, you're such a teen delinquent. Never should have let you out of Doc Scratch's pervert chamber in the alternate universe. Whoops. No. I'm not going to let you respond. You're just going to say something totally filthy in Japanese again and make everyone uncomfortable. Well, cut that. You know, what's really interesting here is that kind of implies that trolls have a, you know, that piece of anatomy. I mean, that's what that gesture is usually meant to imply, right? I guess this is what happens when you don't have a proper upbringing by a decent guardian, or at least one who isn't a 4-foot-tall asshole in suspenders. It's kind of like a creepy puppet uncle, huh? Or is he talking about Doc Scratch, or like someone else who was on before us? All the porn of Homestuck would agree with me? Well, if you say so. I haven't looked any of it up. Look, let's all just chill out here. No more lewd Asian shenanigans, got it? You may notice I brought a new franchise recently. It cost me a fortune. I had to pawn a ring that used to belong to some dirtbag just to make the down payment. What? I should be able to recoup the losses if I just tweak the business model a little. Hear me out. Instead of giving people money to listen to my shit, I think I should actually start charging people for the service. Crazy, I know, right? I've been thinking of dividing up my offers into a series of handsomely priced explanation bundles called exposition packs, where I would... Fuck off. Okay, guess you're not down with that. What would you pay for an explanation? Want to make an offer? Yeah, you're not going to pay me a goddamn penny, are you? Smoke weed every day. Okay, fine, I'll give you these explanations for free. Let's call it a leader loss. Let's call it a loss, leader. You'll tell your friends, maybe they'll tell their friends, and then dead presidents start rolling in? Yes? Yes. Ah, fuck it, just tell me what you want to know. But just a heads up, these stories are going to be pretty shitty. I ain't no light player. Before we start... Did you get in here with Tamara before you got here with Mina? If you did, I think you're going to flip my shit. As one correct way of going through this game. Stop talking to me right now and go back as Mina. And we already did that, so no problem. You want me to tell you about you? Talk about self-absorbed, but alright. Say stuff in Japanese, and people who actually speak Japanese read it, they probably laugh because the Japanese is so shitty. Sorry to burst your bubble, Damar, but the things you say start out in English, went through the Google Translator, and then out again, so that vaguely makes sense when translated back to English. So you aren't really authentic Japanese, troll Japanese, you're a fake troll Japanese? Whoa, don't kill the messenger. Relax, everybody thinks you're great. In fact, there's probably someone out there right now trying some weird porn of you. Okay. Also probably true. Mega Man Solix has some problems. He falls down and stuff and talks in a 4chan background. Because of 4chan. But in spite of that, he's brave and does his best, and everyone loves him. Also, no one can read a damn thing he says. His work is the least legible of all quirks, with Damara coming in at a close second. Rufio. With apologies to Dante Bosco. Dante Bosco? Dante, I'm sorry about this. All of this. I am so sorry. You were leading the regular, modest life of a Hollywood superstar when this shit happened. Everything is broken forever. I liked your work in The Last Airbender. You know what's funny is how there are probably some people who are reading this right now who have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about, but you know what? What the fuck else is even new? Anyway, bangarang, dude. Bangarang. RufioZuko.tumblr.com. Kankry. Did you know? It is a Homestuck fact that 99% of all readers didn't read or care about anything Kankry said. So in other words, he is exactly like all terrible social justice bloggers. Some social justice bloggers get angry at the joke that he is, but those are the terrible ones, and being terrible is why they get angry. They want to be terrible in peace without being mocked. That is what it is like to be a justified target of ridicule. You feel sad and angry all the time and you don't know why. Holy shit! That's... I mean true, but goddamn. That is some blunt shit, hussy. Kankry wears a cute red sweater and is otherwise fairly adorable. Poor him acts like his mom, which is also cute as hell. Malin is the deaf Nepeta in this kick-ass smorgasbord of disabled characters. She speaks in ASL to say memes, which are called mimes because it's one letter away and therefore a play on words. But you can't actually use ASL to say animated Tumblr GIFs. You can only say words. She otherwise read lips, which is funny because her BFF sewed his damn mouth shut, so they just sign my memes to each other all day while stoned. It is implying that they smoke catnip together, as if it were marijuana, which is an especially amusing notion to people who like drugs. Moving on. Latula is the gamer girl to Matuna's game bro. Game bros and game girls aren't really types of people, so much as they are hollow cliches, which are patronizing to multiple groups of people on multiple levels. So, in other words, perfect attributes for some 1.5-dimensional NPC caliber characters stocking a fun JRPG-style walk-around game. Wait, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, Latula. Latula's so rad, but she can't smell. I think I agree with Karkik that that's not a disability. It's just like having a cold all the time, but without any actual symptoms or problems. Who cares? Latula likes to high-five people all the time. Doesn't like to be left hanging. That's a pun, because Regular liked to hang people with nooses, and also got hung. Mindfang ultimately left Regular hanging that way too. I'm explaining jokes here. Well, I told you these stories would suck. You get what you pay for. Porum is better at social justice than Kankry because she isn't a boring asshole. Some social justice people should try looking into that. Porum wants there to be equality for ladies. Not everybody cares about that though, which makes it hard for people like Porum. That's the way it is in the real world. Challenges! But in any case, she is a vampire with cool tattoos. End of story. Arani is a blabbermouth just like Mindfang. She says long things, both as a teen and as a sexually pirate adult, that makes people ask, what am I even reading? It's about time I took over this exposition stand. The way I describe shit is a million times better. She sure charged me enough for it. God, I took a bath in this thing? Why was it so expensive? It's made of fucking cardboard. This dude is just Equus on horse steroids, the end. Whoops. Kurlas. He chewed off his tongue and sewed his mouth shut because he's a weirdo in cahoots with Gamgee and English. Who even knows what they're up to? It's probably just a lot of stupid bullshit. Meaningless, clownish nonsense. Want to know why they're assembling the Wicked Ensemble? They probably just think it's funny. Curlis speaks in bones when he does his clown hypnosis shit, but otherwise he mimes everything. Because, get this, he's pretty much literally a mime. Also a juggalo, because that's exactly what Homestuck needed. Another fucking juggalo. Homestuck needed another juggalo like it needed... well, another 12 trolls, I guess. Also, is that a literal Easter egg poking out from behind that tree? Or just right up there to the left of Hussy? Cronus is the worst character in Homestuck by a nautical mile. Any questions? Nope. I love how that's like the shared quality between Cronus and Aridin is that they're both just terrible. Like there's nothing like particular about it. They're just terrible. Mina is kind of throwing a bone to the Pisces people who got stuck with Pfeffery. Pfeffery didn't really do anything, and then she died. Mina is a cool, sassy punk who has more important stuff to do than Pfeffery ever did. You just spent like the last 3 hours playing through these games from her POV, so obviously you know that. Probably sick of fish puns by now. After a while, you start running out of fish puns. You can overdo it with the fish puns. Much like you can overfish the ocean. You start literally running out of fucking fish. Be careful out there. So yeah, it is nice for the Pisces people to have a good Pisces to represent them. Aquarius, on the other hand, is still fucking out of luck. Minda discovered that raising an army is hard, but you know what's really hard? What's really hard is making games. Games disguise the effort that go into them. Probably like few other crafts. In order to make a game that is even slightly better than mediocre, somebody probably had to die in the process. Like building pyramids. Nobody actually died when making these games though, hence they were just okay. But still, if you add up all the work done collectively in these last 3 games, it probably was comparable to the man-hours that went into S-Cascade. You know what that is? That's a silly-ass fact. Also kind of vaguely interesting as fact. Did an Aquarius hurt you, Halsey? Is Damara allowed to go this far? Nope, she just teleported back here. Oh, that's a convenient shortcut. So yeah, get shit on Aquarius, I guess. But now, as a Scorpio, I am happy with all 3 of my representatives of the Scorpio tree. Maybe Hasi is just sick of that song. Yeah, maybe. We are living in the age of Aquarius. Age of Aquarius. Aquarius. As a Cancer, I cry myself to sleep at night, but you have Carcat. I mean, it's kind of a running gag that all of the alpha trolls are supposed to be a little bit terrible. Except for Mina, who was just awesome. You got the Fluoride Octet. Feeling lucky, punk? This is absolutely Vriska's theme song right here, I can just tell. Got a heap of priceless treasure. Actual treasure inside the treasure chest. Now you've seen everything. A pair of rocket boots. Shoes. What would a ghost need with rocket boots anyway? Can't all ghosts fly? Maybe that's just dead god tears, and generally fly anyway. Or dead dream selves? Actually, you don't know what the flying rules are, and you don't really care. Never even really thought about it. I just kind of thought ghosts could fly, because ghosts. Oh, hello again. This guy again? Oh, it's you. Scram, kid. Hey, orange dude. Tell me your deal already. I said get lost, Bethry. No, not. Do not fuck with me. Bethry. Alright, I see what's going on here. You clearly have developed feelings for me. I understand. I led you on. Remember I said bring me a horse and I'm yours forever? Total lie. But my heart is still set on Vriska. She will be my wife. Who's Vriska? That girl over there. No, don't look. Shh. Let's try to keep it down, okay? You're going to ruin this for me. Ever? Dog, ain't she a little young for you? No, but that's the thing. She spent, like, however many years being the ghost, so she's older now. That means it's not creepy. Who even knows how many years she spent here? Maybe 100. Hell, she might be even older than me now. See? Totally not creepy anymore. Case closed. I don't know what you're talking about, but you sound like an asshole. Just need to find the right moment to make my move. Only problem is I lost the ring. John fucking Egbert has it. Doesn't look like he's gonna let it go either, that bastard. Gotta make a plan. Think, imagination, think. Alright, the one time I really need you. He has 3 years into writing Homestuck, and his imagination has failed him. This music is apparently called Irreconcilable. I got boatloads of bling. Could sell you a ring. You could? Oh man, perfect. How much? I'm guessing this is from the Hive Swap Kickstarter, isn't it? Am I right? This is the Hive Swap Kickstarter, isn't it? I mean, it's gotta be. Yep. Yep. Chat is saying that, yes, indeed it is. Are you fucking serious? What makes you think I've got that kind of dough just laying around? That's my price, pumpkin skin. You want the ring or not? Oh, hi, kitty. Fine, guess I've got no choice but to pony up. Just don't tell anyone, okay? I kinda promised I would use this money for something else. None of my biz, Holmes. Deal or no deal. Here! Aw yeah, check the mad stacks. Here you go, lover boy. Thanks. Wait. Is this ring... Did you steal this? From Cronus? Fosha? You. No refunds? I'd like to imagine... It's new headcanon now that, like, Mina is actually the lead developer of Hive Swap. Like, Hossie really did give her the money, and that's what she spent it on, was making Hive Swap. This leads to the end of the game. Are you sure you're done here? I don't know, am I? Mina is the old gentleman confirmed. The odd gentleman. And thus we know why Hive Swap was delayed for so long. Alternative theory, I like it. Vriska and her boys. You should be good. No more Easter eggs? I don't think so, right? Got all the conversations? Okay, right. Perfect. And with that, I guess I'm just going to be done. Start over. And pause. Alright, and with that, we are going to end this stream right here. Gonna take a few minutes to get some more water, and then I will start streaming Doki Doki Literature Club, which should be interesting. We'll just see how that goes. Alright, so with that, I'm going to stop the recording, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.